Hey, Shalom Akim. Alright, I'm coming back again to prophesy the downfall of America, to let the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians know that we are the true Hebrew Israelites of the scriptures. Alright, want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to all you brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth, striving for the hopeful elect, enduring all afflictions, and seeking out your own salvation with fear and trembling, and sounding the trumpet to the four corners of the earth, letting the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians know that we are the true people of the scriptures, man, the true people of the Most High. Alright, so I'm going to go into some scripts. I want to jump off with 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith Yahweh." Right, so the words of prophecy is what you get out of this book. Alright, and this is what everybody claims they believe in and want to hear. So let the trumpets sound off, you know what I'm saying? Take heed to it. The elect are going to take heed to these words. This is Revelation chapter 19 verse 10. "And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy." Alright? So the prophecy it has to be spoken. These scriptures, these oracles have to be spoken, man. But who they being spoken to? The Israel. Alright? In Israel, the primary ones that the spirit is gathering is the elect. Okay? So this word has to be spoken unto the Israelites. Alright? This is let's see where it's at. This is 2nd Peter chapter 1 verse 2nd Peter chapter 1 verse 19. "We have also a more sure word of prophecy." You see, we have a more sure word of prophecy, because the word prophecy means basically something before it comes to pass. Like the word prophet means they speak of things that haven't come to pass yet. We're giving you the forewarning of what's coming to pass. That's what the word prophet and the word prophecy mean, man. To say before. All right, that's what a prophet does. He says before something comes to pass. Now the scriptures is just that, man. The scriptures were given to the Israelites, the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, on how to discern the time that they're in, to see when their salvation was nigh. You know, but through the process of time, they lost all that. They lost the eagerness, right? The earnestness of the spirit for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to come back, right? That's why Judah is likened as a crouched lion, man, that lieth down, you know. But like it says, we have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto you do well that you take heed. And you gotta take heed to these words, man, to the prophecies. Okay. If you despise this word, basically you're gonna be destroyed, man. Let's go over here to the book of Proverbs. Let's see here. This is Proverbs chapter 13 verse 13. "Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded." He that fears the prophecies, man. All right, because the beginning of knowledge is the fear of the Most High, and a lot of these people don't have the fear of the Lord, man. They're not quite intelligent, though they be wise in this world, but they're not wise in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because they don't take heed to the prophecies, as I read here in 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 1. "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith Yahweh." Right, so we know we have to speak this word. His word will be spoken. Now going over here to the book of Ezekiel. Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 4. And he said unto me, Son of man, go and get thee unto the house of Israel and speak my words unto them. The words of what? The words of prophecy. Okay? Telling them what's going to come to pass if they don't hearken unto the voice of their power. All right? All these curses shall come upon thee that are spoken of in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15 all the way down to verse 68, and many more. You know? You're going to die in the land of your captivity. All right? You're not going to see the redemption. Okay? You're not going to take a part in seeing the downfall of your enemy, your oppressor, and being delivered. Instead, you're going to die. You know? It says, for thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech, of a hard language, but to the house of Israel. And that's what Yahweh Shai said. He says, go, I came not but to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. That's who salvation is for. And who is the lost sheep? The elect. That's who he's gathering together. He ain't gathering all Israel, every single Israelite. He's gathering the elect of Israel. Okay? It says, not to many people of a strange speech and of a hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely, had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. Right? But the Lord already knew, right, what how Israel was going to be. You know, that they were considered a stiff-necked, imputed people. Okay? That they didn't like to hearken unto the voice of the Lord their power. You know, going back all the way to the time of Adam. What happened over there in the time of Adam, man? You know, they fell. You know, going down during the time of Noah, they fell. Going all the way or going to the time of Moses, they fell too. You know, they started bowing down to the idol, that golden calf. They were rebelling. You know, murmuring, complaining. You know, backbiting Yahweh Shai and the prophets, the priests. It says, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are imputed and hard-hearted, you see. They don't want to listen, man. They don't want to listen to the words of Yahweh Shai. The words of prophecy. The words of prophecy, that sure word of prophecy, which is going to deliver you, man. The word is going to deliver you. Taking heed unto the word of Yahweh Shai. There's nothing else. No one else can save us, man. This is in the book of James, chapter 1, verse 21. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding the natural face in a glass. For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continueth therein, right? Continue in the prophecies, man. Continue in the law, statutes, and commandments, right? He being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed. You see, you shall be blessed in the work of Yahweh Shai, man. All right, standing in the prophecies. You know, taking heed unto the prophecy. You know, this word, this engrafted word, which is able to save your souls, man, and not being a forgetful hearer, but being a believer, hastening the day of Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, because you have to believe that death and destruction is coming, man, and it is, and you have to be diligent. You have to keep continuously looking towards Yahweh Shai and reading the scriptures. You know. Right, so let me go back. Let's see. I'm going to read Proverbs 13 and 13 again. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed. Those that despise the prophecy, the testimony of Yahweh Shai, which is the whole roll, the whole book, you shall be destroyed, man. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed. You cannot despise these prophecies. These prophecies are sure, man. This is Romans 3:3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect? God forbid. Yea, let God be true, but every man a liar. As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. But it says, what if some do not believe? Shall they make the faith of the prophecies without effect? God forbid. Let every man be a liar, but the word of God true, man. So who are you going to believe? You rather believe yourself or in men, or you rather believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai? That sure word of prophecy. Because that's who the prophecies are for, the elect. That's why we come onto the highways and the byways. We put the videos on the internet to reach the four corners of the earth, man, as it is prescribed, as it is instructed. All right, as we are shown by our elders, man. Okay, being that example on how to do the work of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man, to the best of our ability, whether people agree with it or not. Okay. But it said, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect? Just because you believe, you think you're going to stop the prophecies? No, man. Look at everything's coming to pass in 2019 and prior. It's being prophesied and it's being fulfilled. The RFID chip is being spoken of. It's being pushed more and more. Okay, you got biometrics. You got all these different types of ways that they identify you with. And I ain't talking about through your driver license. I ain't talking about through your fingerprint. I'm talking about that higher technology, that biometric system, man. Okay, and now it's going into the RFID chip with the radio frequency identification chip, which is going to be inserted into your flesh. Okay, which is going to be the ultimate allegiance unto this system, man, the beast. Okay, so the Most High's word is sure, man, it's true, but every man is a liar. You know, you got to be a fool to follow men, meaning that men in the world, you follow the men of the Lord, man, the prophets. Those are the ones that are on the highways and the byways, presenting their bodies a living sacrifice, man. You know, the scriptures say that in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 3, verse 15 or 16, it says that the Most High send out pastors according to his heart, that shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. All right, the prophecies, man, the things that are going to come to pass. Right? This is Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 21. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is the proverb that you have heard in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged and every vision faileth? That's what they say, man. The prophecy ain't gonna come to pass. Those prophecies that you're speaking about ain't gonna come to pass. Ain't gonna be no martial law. America still continues, man. You know, you've been saying that for the past 10 years that America's gonna be destroyed, right? This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 1. This second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, and both which I stir up your pure minds by way of remembrance. And how do we stir up your pure minds? By the words of prophecy, man. Knowing the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. How do we persuade men? Through the mind, man, through the spirit. That you may be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets. Which are the words, man, of Yahweh Shai? The testimony of Yahweh Shai. These are the words, man. We already verified what the word, the scriptures, the words of the Lord are represented as prophecy, man. Prophecies, oracles, laws, statutes, and commandments, man. All right, it says, and of the commandments of us, the apostles of the Lord and Savior, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? And that's what everybody says, man. People have that audacity to say the Lord, you've been saying that for thousands of years that the Lord's coming back. He's showing you right now. The scriptures say the Lord shall visit you with tempests and fire, man. Natural disasters, tornadoes, earthquakes, tsunamis. That's how he visits the earth. Those are the forerunners. he uses these certain things, these plagues, pestilence, the natural disasters to to make the amendments to appease the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. It says, and saying, right, because it says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. And that's not true, because things are getting worse and worse, man. They're waxing worse and worse, as it was prophesied it would, man. Right? Men shall wax worse and worse, seducing and or deceiving and being deceived. That's being fulfilled right now. You can't trust nobody. Every neighbor in your apartment complex, every neighbor in your neighborhood is a potential enemy, man. Is a potential threat. All right. Nowadays, nobody even talks to nobody, man. And if you do talk to somebody, you gotta watch that person. You know, everybody's out to get somebody. You know, you got pedophilia at the highest rate ever, homosexuality at its highest peak ever. You know, every abominable act you think of is at its highest peak here in 2019, man. This place got to go, because there ain't no peace, there ain't no rest, no life here in America, man. And not even just in America, in Mexico, Canada, Alaska, Hawaii, everywhere you go on this earth, there ain't no peace, there ain't no life. I don't have to go to these different countries and things of this nature to understand that. I have the scriptures that shows me outside of that, man. King Solomon said he looked out the casement of his window, man. What do you think that meant? He's like he looked out from his bodily eyes into the world, man. He saw. Like, you got some people that leave countries, they come over here to America thinking that it's gonna be better. It ain't gonna be better. It's hard too, man. You know, people just want to come over here to live how they want to live, man. You know, be all forms of abominable creatures, man. What was that? It says, going back, I'm gonna finish this one up in 2 Peter 3 and 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. And for this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and the water, or by the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. Right, because it was a prophecy that was spoken of by Noah, that was given to him, the oracle from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, to speak that, man. And what happened? It ended up coming to pass. Everybody else in that time, they didn't believe in Noah. They didn't believe what he was saying. They mocked and scoffed at him. They were drinking, eating, giving into marriage, like it says in Matthew chapter 24. What does that mean? That they were ignoring the prophecy. They were ignoring the sound of the alarm, the sounding of the trumpet. Because Noah was a sign unto them. That was the Lord visiting you right then and there before he came and destroyed those people in that time. Just like he did in the time of Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, and throughout all the process of time, man. All right. It says, and the heavens and the earth which are now, by the same word, the same prophecy, the same prophet, man, which is Yahweh Shai. He's the one that keeps speaking and telling you these things. It's by the same word. Who is the word? Let's go over here. Because Yahweh Shai is the word, man. Yahweh Shai is the prophecy. He's the supreme prophet. This is St. John, or John chapter 1, St. John chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with the Most High. And the Word was the Most High. The same was in the beginning with the Most High. Who was the same in the beginning? Yahweh Shai, because they're separate entities. All right? All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. and the light shineth in darkness, and darkness comprehended it not. Right, so Yahweh Shai is the word. Okay? By that same word, it was spoken, man. Going back over here to 2 Peter 3:7. But the heavens and the earth which are now, right, in our time, we're still here. We're still in captivity, right? In Great Babylon, right? Which is spiritually known as Rome all over again. Okay? The Roman Empire. And Sodom and Gomorrah, or Sodom and Egypt. Alright? It says, and the heavens and the earth which are now, by the same word are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment, and perdition of ungodly men. You see? So that's a prophecy. We're telling you that destruction, death and destruction is coming, man. You have this is a must-spoken topic that has to be pushed by all those brothers on the highways and the byways, man. Warning our people. Because if you don't warn your people, the blood remains upon you, man. It tells you that in the book of Ezekiel. You have to go onto the highways and the byways when you're revealed and you're given this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right? You know the fear of the Lord. You're supposed to go out there and tell your people, man, of that coming sword, of that coming destruction. Not everybody's willing to do that. Not everybody cares for other people like that, man. Everybody's out for their own selves. You know? And if you can't see that in 2019, man, you're blinded. You ain't never going to know the truth. If you can't understand the earthly things that are going on. Right? Yahushua told Nicodemus the same thing. He's like, how can you understand heavenly things if you don't understand earthly things, man? You got to understand the things on the earth to begin to even understand the things of the heavenly, man. And Yahushua has to be working with you for you to understand these things, man. You know? Right, so it's by that same word that all these things are going to come to pass, man. And then within that, you're going to have your scoffers, your mockers, you know. They're going to be saying all this stuff, all the prophecies that they failed, they ain't coming to pass. Not realizing that they are coming to pass, man. They act like it has to be one major event. It's a process that's leading up to that major, that climatic state, man. To that high level. All right? It ain't just going to happen right then and there, just pop out of nowhere. No, it don't work like that. There's a buildup in everything. There's always a buildup. All right? And that's what we're doing. That's what Yahushua is doing. He's sending out the men and preparing you, man. You know, warning you. Letting you know that these things are coming to pass. Because no man's going to be, no man is going to be with an excuse. You're going to be without an excuse, man. You know, because you were warned. You were told to pay attention. You were told to listen. You were told to hearken. You were told to stop doing a certain thing. You were told to get right. You were told to believe in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and put away all the different traditions and customs of the other nations, man. All right, and stop following their laws that are outside the laws of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. You know, telling you to put away all your idols. A lot of you people, y'all don't hearken unto that, man. Y'all think it's okay to do all the things that you continue to do. Right? Going back to Ezekiel 12:23. Tell them therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will make this proverb to cease. Right, so he's telling you, we're telling you that all your gainsaying, your naysaying, your incredulity, all that's going to cease, man. Because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is performing a work in your days that you shall not believe. But he's going to show you death by pain, man. He's going to show you when it does hit home. He's going to make you know that the Lord was judging you. Okay? It says, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. And the effect of every vision, man. Everything's coming to pass, man. All you got to do is go on the internet and you can see it, man. Everything is going on here in 2019 and prior. Everything's been going on, man. Everything you can think of. All right, every type of natural disaster. You know, you got what they call like freak nature or freak deaths. You know, All that is coming to pass. Why? Because Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is performing every act, every action, every judgment is being performed on the earth, man. You know? This ain't no coincidence. Right? It says, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. And the effect of every vision. I want to look up that word vision real quick. The book of Ezekiel 12 and 23. Let's see. Go over here, the blue letter. Go to Ezekiel 12 and 23. Look up that word vision. Kazawan. That's the Hebrew. H 2377. It says a vision in a static state, in night, vision, oracle, prophecy, a divine communication. That's beautiful. To the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? So this prophecy that the scriptures is telling us to relate to you is a sure word of prophecy, man. These things have to be spoken. Okay? And not to be despised, and not to be left, and not to be left undone, man. You can't be partial or lukewarm in this thing. Everything has to be fully digested. Everything has to be fully accepted, whether the bitter and the sweet, man. It says vision as title of book of prophecy, man. You see? That's beautiful. See what else it says. It says a sight mentally that is a dream, revelation, or oracle, vision. Alright, let's go over here to the lexicon. It says divine vision, a vision spoken of a divine vision or dream, especially a vision from the Most High representing or respecting future events, prophetic vision, right? And that's where you get a prophet. Okay, just like going back before I came into the truth, you know, I would receive a lot of visions, man, a lot of dreams, and a lot of dreams of destruction, of the end of days, man. And these dreams were so vivid and realistic to the point where I would jump out of bed, man. I would jump out of bed as if it was going down right now, at that time. One particular dream, I ran from the house that I was at that time, you know, a few blocks to my grandmother's house to warn her, to tell her what the dream that I had. But you know what happened? They didn't want to listen, man. They were too busy. They were too occupied in their life of what was going on in that time, man. But to me, I was heavy. I was of a heavy spirit. But they were just involved in their life. They weren't at the level that I was at. They you know what I'm saying? It says generally a divine revelation, and the word revelation means to reveal. Something's revealed unto you. All right? The veil has been removed. Okay? You're no longer blinded to the things that of heaven. Okay? They were revealed unto the prophets to go onto the highways and the byways and to warn the people, man. You know? But that's what that word vision means, man. I'm going to go over here to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28 and 28. It says, Jeremiah 28 and 8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries. You see, so the prophets are the ones that prophesy. They're the ones that speak of these oracles, of the future events. You know, the vision that's yet to come. That is already being made known already, man. The vision is already being played out. It's just leading up to that climax, into that climatic event, okay, to where it's gonna burst. It's like the inflation that is upon America through the economy. Eventually, that's gonna burst, and it's gonna have a collapse. The economy is gonna collapse, okay, and that's what they're gonna push that RFID chip. It says the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. You see, and that's what we're telling you. We're telling you of these things that are coming to pass, man. Okay? The spirit of wisdom has revealed these things unto us, which is ultimately Yahweh Shai. He's the epitome of wisdom. Okay? So going back to Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 24. For there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. That's right. So all this bogusness, all this fraud, all this fraudulent activity that's going on in the churches and through the television set with all these mega churches, these pastors that are on the television, all that is gonna go out the window, man. There ain't gonna be no more prosperity doctrines. Okay. There ain't gonna be no more doctrines of vanity, okay? Falsehoods, lies. You know, telling you that it's okay to be a homosexual. It's telling you it's okay to be whatever you want, but the Lord still loves you. There ain't gonna be none of that going on, man. All those pastors that are in the churches, those false prophets, are gonna be ran away when they start seeing the wolf come, man. Those hirelings, because they were just there for reward, for wages. They didn't care about the flock. They weren't sincerely trying to gather the elect. Okay, and I'm talking about the Israelite pastors that on the television set and within your own town or city, man. They're false preachers, man, because they all do the bidding of the scriptures by reward through that tithe system, by receiving money. You know, they're not properly trying to do judgment. They're not properly trying to break down the scriptures to you, to edify you, to build you up, and tell you how you're gonna be saved, what saves you. You're not saved by tithing. All right. The Most High is not bought. You know. You cannot buy the Holy Spirit. You cannot buy your way into the kingdom. You cannot buy spiritual gifts. You cannot buy anything of the Most High, man. That makes you basically a robber and a thief. Somebody that's fraud, man. A briber. You know. Because all these things, they come through the Spirit from up on high. And it's up to Yahweh Shem Shai is going to give them to you, man. The spirit of wisdom, the spirit of discernment, all right, the spirit of healing, the spirit of tongues, the spirit of prophecy. You know? This is not revealed unto everybody, man. But the ones that are revealed to, we have an obligation. We're obliged to come out to the highways and the byways to preach, to prophesy the downfall of America, to tell you Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians that you're the true people of the Most High, the true Hebrew Israelites, man. Okay? This ain't no false doctrine. This is true stuff, man. You'll get more edified here than you will in your own church, than you will by your own